Burisma's #3 executive, asking Hunter for, quote, advice on how you could use your influence, unquote, on the company's behalf. The blockbuster correspondence, which flies in the face of Joe Biden's claims that he's never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings, is contained in a massive trove of data recovered from a laptop computer. I mean, did anybody believe that anyway? He never spoke to his son about his overseas business dealings? Sounding like a traditional publisher rather than a manager of open communications network, Facebook's Andy Stone writes on Twitter, while I will intentionally not link to the New York Post, I want to be clear that this story is eligible to be fact-checked by Facebook's third-party fact-checking partners. In the meantime, we are reducing its distribution on our platform. That's Facebook and, of course, Twitter, we know. Twitter is being subpoenaed to the Senate to testify there. It's time to bust up these companies. There'll even be some leftists who support that. They have completely abused the privileges that they have been given of being the conduits of information in the Western world. Completely. No American government, right or left, has ever suppressed free speech as much as Twitter, Facebook, Google, and YouTube. None. It's hard to have foreseen that the threat to free speech in America would come from private companies or public companies, as it happened. Update: Twitter is blocking sharing of the Post story with a note saying, quote, we can't complete this request because this link has been identified by Twitter or our partners as being potentially harmful. Yes, potentially harmful to the Democratic Party, for which all of these work. This should really, not COVID, this should frighten you. The lockdown should frighten you, not the virus. Kyle Griffin of MSNBC says, no one should link this to or share the New York Post report, quote unquote. Report is quoted, put in quotes. You can discuss the obvious flaws and unanswerable questions in the report without amplifying what appears to be disinformation. That's what they do. The doctors who are against lockdown, misinformation, disinformation. That's the new word for unacceptable to the left. Now, Politico reports that a Biden campaign spokesman says, quote, we have reviewed Joe Biden's official schedules from the time, and no meeting, as alleged by the New York Post, ever took place. Does this mean that the Bidens aren't disputing the authenticity of the emails? The qualifier about Mr. Biden's official schedule also suggests that even the denial of a meeting via a spokesman is fairly weak. 1-8-PRAGER-776. I'm Dennis Prager.